Students do approach me with the two problems. One on studies, second one on writing exams. I got some small points to make. This is to make you a good student with good knowledge and also to score good marks. There are a lot of people who argue, or maybe a lot of students who argue, I have got knowledge but I didn't get marks. People say that I got good marks but I didn't get knowledge. How do you get knowledge plus score good marks in exams? Both are important. Probably you can get good scores, get into higher education, but then you find that you are not studied properly during the earlier courses and therefore you suffer. That can be in the master's level because you skipped your graduation. It could be at the graduation level like B.Tech or MBBS where they find it very difficult because they didn't do well in the +1, +2 or 10th. Therefore, there are two types of preparations. One for examination, one for gaining knowledge. I've got a blog which has got maximum number of hits, which is called 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. Probably you can look at it. But now I am precisely talking about few points which will help you for a quick preparation of exams with a good reasonable knowledge. Many people feel that there's a big huge mountain and I am at the bottom and I will not be able to reach on top. And there is no sufficient time for studies. I wasted my time. I am lazy. I wanted to study. I am not able to study more than 15 minutes. It's all good. Forget about all that has happened. Don't talk about stories of not able to do. I'm not active. I wanted to study and all that is immaterial. Let us come to the practical problem of facing the issue and trying to do what best I can do the minimum point of time which is available before my exams. Look at, there are 10 rooms to be cleaned. Few rooms are quite dirty that it takes longer time, but few rooms are quite good but need some sort of a maintenance or mopping. Let us look at it carefully, all the rooms, and then check how much time is required for each of that. And in given point of time, we want to finish 3 rooms which are not that bad and say that I have finished 3 rooms. So it gives you a lot of confidence. There are few people who wanted to clean the dirtiest room first because that takes longer time and say that the toughest job is done. It's all up to you. Similarly, look at all the chapters which you have. Say you have 10 chapters which are to study for your exams. What you should do is look at all the chapters and make an assessment. How much percentage you know the chapter number 1, chapter number 2. Go up to the last chapter and find out how many chapters you have and how much of the percentage you know. Make an evaluation how much percentage you want to study and how much time it takes. And decide to make it 100% how much time I have to spend. Now I'm going to do that. Nobody else can do that. You can only do that. And how are you going to do this in a simple style? All the chapters, let it be in science or maths or social science or whatever subject you have. Let it be a specialized topic in your biology or maybe mathematics or physics or chemistry or maybe social science. Doesn't matter. The knowledge is assessed by, or you can assess yourself that you have this much knowledge based on the number of technical terms which you are conversant with. So what is to be done? Take the chapter, write down all the technical terms which comes in the chapter. There can be maximum 60, 100 technical terms in each of the chapters. Just note it down, write it down. understand the inner meaning of them, you have done the job. The chapter is over. I'm sure for a subject to do just this job, not to study the whole technical terms, so to write it down, it will not take more than half day or one day. Once you do that, you get a confidence, I know this. Best method to study is to have combined study, group study. Ask your friend also to do the same thing, writing technical terms, sit across and discuss what can be done. I'm sure this cannot be done with examinations where you have problems to solve. For example, mathematics is very tough for most of the people. Identify 3 friends who will sit across, take a problem, solve, whoever solves, try to teach the other 2. If somebody is able to solve, he will explain to you. This makes you to do things faster and finish your syllabus faster. Don't waste time on anything else other than just studies just before the exams. And when it comes to examination, now having done all this preparation, you have to write exam. You have to ride a bicycle. The best method is to practice bicycle riding every day. Therefore, if you have to perform well in examination, it's very, very essential to practice yourself writing examination. Most of the people fail in exam just because they don't have patience to sit and write in exam hall. First thought which comes to their mind is to somehow to escape from this exam hall. Stop. If you want a change, sit down in your study room. Don't see anywhere, don't move from that place. Sit for 3 hours and practice at least this for few weeks or months. If you don't have time, try to do it before examination. At least 3 days, sit 3 times and practice it. So 4th time you are going to exam hall, it doesn't make a difference for you. It just becomes as casual as you are doing at home. Sit at home as if you are writing in an exam hall. Don't move from there. Keep water there. If you want to go to fresh room, get fresh yourself. Sit down and practice. Take a question paper. Don't look at question paper and say that I know this, I know this, I know this. Write down. And how to write examination? Take your paper, good margin, nice handwriting. Whatever comes to your mind for elaborate answers to write. When you get some thoughts in your brain which you think is the right one, write it down. But I'm sure by the end of the sentence you will feel, oh, this is not what I want to write. Don't cut it off. Don't think too much. Write the second sentence also. Write it separate paragraph wise. It makes a lot of difference. 2 things to gain good marks. Understand if you have got 20 minutes and you have to answer 4 questions. Each question have got 5 minutes. It's only an example. You have 2 hours for maybe 6 questions. You have got 20 minutes for each question. What is to be done? When you write the first answer, if you are writing 5 pages, consistently for same question paper, same time, same marks, you must have 5 pages to write. Generally what happens is, the first question you will write 5 pages. When it comes to the last question, you will write only 1 or 2 pages or maybe half page sometime. So as an evaluator, when I look at your answer sheet, I am seeing 5 pages written for which I have to give 20 marks or maybe 10 marks. When it comes to the last question with the same quantity of marks, I am seeing you have written only half page. And no teacher can give 4 pages 10 marks and half page 10 marks. So I will give you 2 marks or 1 mark. That is where you lose marks. So what is to be done? Be consistent in writing examination. Second, don't skip anything. Divide your time and utilize the time given for each of the questions. Based on the marks, divide the time and then decide that I am going to write. If the time permitted is 10 marks, 10 minutes, I am going to write 10 minutes for 10 marks. Consistency in timing, number of pages which you write. If you can do these 2 things, I am sure you are going to get good marks. Best of luck for all the examinations in your life. Don't hesitate. Examination hall is the best place in the world, where you have lavish space to sit, you have lavish time to write, lavish number of pages to write, and you can write whatever you want, and your teachers are supposed to read them. And this is the best punishment you can give as a student to your teachers. Don't skip this. All the best. Do well.